guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for She-Hulk issue 3. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 43, and that is a show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. We have Starlight issue 2, Green Lantern issue 30, The Vampire Diaries issue 4, Shotgun Wedding issue 1, and New Warriors issue 3. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 43, which is annotated. But let's talk about She-Hulk issue 3. Yeah, cool cover. We get to see Dr. Doom and She-Hulk. It's a Dr. Doom story arc, actually about his son. So let's see if I liked it. Love the art for this cover, and I've been excited to read this series. I do like She-Hulk. There's some things I don't totally agree on with this series, but we'll talk about that during the review. Let's see what's going on with this story. So in this issue, we get to do that thing where they start from the middle of the story instead of the beginning, which I do like with certain comics, and I think it worked really well with this issue. So Jen is trapped by the Doom bots, and we don't know exactly why. So we're gonna see how we get to that point. So Jen, she's helping out Dr. Doom's son, and he wants to try to call asylum. That way he could live in the United States and leave his father's country. And, you know, Jen realizes, wait, we have to do this today because you've been here for a year, and if you've been here over a year, that means you can't call asylum. So the whole entire issue is them having that adventure to see if they can go to court, and all these things are getting in the way, which I won't spoil anything else besides that. But in the end, we do get to see that he does get asylum, but Dr. Doom comes in to save his son, and they leave. So I don't know if this son actually wanted asylum or if he is playing Jen. That was the end of the issue. I thought this was a solid issue. I think I might be a little generous by giving it a 4 stars, but I'm going to be generous and give it 4 stars. Might deserve a little bit more of a 3.5, but this was a fun issue. I did like it. I liked the adventure of them going to court and everything getting in their way not to get there, but also in that fact there was a lot of confusion, maybe a little bit too much going on, a lot of dialogue, so that's something that really pounded the issue for me. Held the issue down just because of, look, all this dialogue, and then again, there's so much going on in different panels, and a great example of that is I couldn't follow this. There's times where I just couldn't follow exactly where the panels were going, so the panel layout was a little confusing with some of the pages in this issue. But still fun. Look, we get She-Hulk driving the Fantastic car. So there are fun moments there. And, you know, seeing Jen as Jen, which we rarely see, and I hope we see a little bit more in this series, because I do like when she's not, you know, 24/7 She-Hulk, and she's actually Jen sometimes. So I like that. I thought Patty was used very well here. We're learning a little bit more about the supporting characters. And the cliffhanger was cool. Maybe not totally understandable of what Dr. Doom's son was doing and exactly what his motive was, but hopefully in the next issue we will find out what exactly was going on with that, because I was a little confused with the ending. But overall, solid issue. Still, the art's a little puffy to me, but I think it works. I've just seen better art for the series. So yeah, even though there are some vices with this issue, I think it's mostly pros, just because it is a very fun issue. It's She-Hulk, the supporting characters are growing, I think Jen's character is growing, so overall I think this was a positive issue. I'm going to give it 4 stars. I did like it, but I do expect a little bit more with She-Hulk, and I can't say this is my favorite Marvel Now series, because it truly isn't, but I could see this sticking on my pull list for a while. It's kind of like in the middle of my pull list. I do enjoy reading it, but maybe not always expecting it to be a 5-star book. But hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rant Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and I'll see you guys later.